what do we love? Why do we love sports, right? It's for moments like yesterday. It's the best reality TV ever created, and to watch that drama play out over several hours and the ups and downs, and it looked like he was going to choke right from the start where he double bogeys the first, then he recovers, then he chokes again, then he recovers, then he misses that short putt on 18. We're all thinking he's going to choke again. But no, he stripes his drive, hits a pure second shot, knocks in the putt, and the emotion afterwards. It was just, it was sports at its ultimate best. That event, that finish.
Yeah, really cool sporting moment, golf moment, even if you don't like golf.
Exactly.
Just a sporting moment to, have the career Grand Slam, win all the majors, and do it in the fashion that he did it. Augusta, the Masters, was the one that was lingering, and he had a lot of failures there. So when you're out there by yourself, I mean, anyone, if you like sports, you can appreciate what he was able to do. You're out there by yourself. You've had a lot of disappointments at that place. And so much pressure on Rory. Every year going to the Masters is, when is Rory going to win one? And last year he put a lot of pressure and he underperformed. And it's the fact that he was able to go out there with a lot of those mistakes that you said and get it done in the fashion that he got it done, it was just all-time sporting event there yesterday.
Oh, my wife and I were flying back. We went away for the weekend, and I was following it on the flight home. But then we got off the plane, and it was how sports brings everyone together. Like I came out onto a crowded concourse at DIA, and immediately I was near a bar that had the TVs, and people were lined up 5 deep. Inside the bar, outside, everybody's watching, everyone, the first thing I said is, I was like, I already hit in the bunker on this is on 18. Do you hit in the bunker? Yeah, I hit in the bunker. And then, you get complete strangers who just at that moment, everybody's into that moment and watching the rest of the, that hole and then the playoff and then the reactions. I mean, you heard groans and you heard cheers up and down the concourse at DIA. I don't know. It was just, without sounding too sappy, but that's what we do this for, right? This is why we love talking about sports. This is why we love following sports. It's to experience the kind of moments that we experienced Friday with Gabe Landeskog's emotional return to the ice after 3 years, and then what we watched yesterday. I mean, that's sports, man. It's the ultimate theater.
That's it. Yeah, really cool weekend, good weekend, fun weekend. The other cool thing about Rory, not just Rory, but the Masters. No cell phones. Leave them in your car, leave them in your house. You're not getting in with a cell phone.
Right.
And so when you see the pictures of the tournament, everyone's just locked in.
Right.
No one has their phone up videoing it. You never watch the damn videos anyway. And no one's taking pictures. None of that. There is no cell phone. So if you ever see a picture from Augusta or just watching it on TV, everyone's dialed in.
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore. In today's world. So that's another cool aspect of it is I was watching it yesterday, right? And so you're watching the gallery on 18 and they changed the scoreboard, right? It's manually changed. So they have the numbers up there and it tells you how many under you are. And so all of a sudden Rory makes a bogey, and then so everyone on 18, they're not seeing it on their phone. They don't know what's happening. So that's their first reaction to it. It's like, oh, and then all of a sudden it flips. He gets a birdie on 17, and the place goes, right when they put that 12 up, goes absolutely bonkers. Really cool venue because you just don't find that anymore in today's world.
Yeah, and it was yet another reminder that when you talk about the all-time greats in sports, just Augusta National, just the tournament, the course, every single year, it just lives up to its reputation. It's a superstar. I mean, everything about the course. You, as a fan who watches it over the years, you recognize the holes. You know exactly where they're supposed to hit it. You don't even need the commentators to tell you. You can start watching that tracker, when they hit the golf ball, and you can right away go, uh-oh, that's not good. You got to land it over here on the right. You got to get to the left of that bunker, all that kind of stuff. You got to get over that bunker. Oh, you got to hit this spot on the green. It was awesome, and it once again lived up to its rep as one of the true stars of sports. Just the tournament.
Only major
just a tournament
that's played there every year, right? All the other ones move around. So you watch it every year. It's a first major, and it's at the same course. So know all the historic shots that have happened. And usually they have the same pin location. They kind of changed a couple of them on Sunday, but it's it's the only major that's played at the same course every year.
This texter saying on the RommelSlaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Okay, you start talking golf, I'm out.
I hate golf.
See, that's you're missing the point here. Okay, I mean, if I've got my choice of what sporting events to watch live. Is golf probably going to be pretty far down the list? Yes, for me. But when you bring everything into play and you're watching that unfold, how can you not, as a sports fan, even if you're not a huge golf fan, how can you not be sucked in to the drama and the pressure? The pressure. I have unbelievable respect for what, you guys do. Stoke, you going out there and, you're playing in front of 75,000 people and you got to do your thing. And I know there's pressure all over the place in sports. And I know there's pressure for all the people who perform in all the major sports. But, man, oh, man, I don't know. You'd be hard-pressed to convince me of a more pressurized environment than, what like Rory McIlroy was facing in those final couple holes.
Well, you saw it.
I mean,
at the end.
You did.
When he dropped to his knees and was bawling, crying.
Right. Like I'm watching like his, when he's getting ready to tee off on 18 and then on 18 again in the playoff. And I'm just looking, because everybody at the course has come over now.
Everyone.
And it is just packed, 25, 30, 40 deep up and down that fairway. And, of course, 18, you could picture in your mind's eye as I'm saying this, I mean, it's tight. It is tight. If I'm teeing off, I'm putting it right in somebody's forehead. Okay? So, it is tight. And to see, and it's all quiet. There's not even a whisper. All you hear are the birds tweet. Oh, man, I can't.
Well, it's a great
moment. I just can't imagine the pressure.
If you like sports, that's what that was. It's a great sports moment. Some people don't like soccer. I don't love soccer.
Right.
But still, I'll watch it when you got, it's Olympics and stuff like that, World Cup, that type of stuff, right? I'll watch it. So same thing, like with other sports, it might not be what you love to view, but if you love sports and sports moments and on the biggest stages, which that was yesterday, so you don't even have to be a golf fan to appreciate what happened yesterday. It had everything: drama, ups, downs, failure, success, and then, ultimately goes to extra innings, extra holes.
Right.
It's Game 7 is what it is, and it's 1-on-1. Who's going to win this matchup? And so it wasn't just about golf. This was just about a great sports moment.
Well, we just had another one of those recently in the Four Nations face-off, right? You had. Let's face it was an exhibition. This was an exhibition, and yet it was so well done, and the players competed so hard, and you added in some of the other factors that help elevate this story. Pretty soon, you had millions of people tuning in who were not hockey fans.
You didn't have to be,
and you didn't have to be because you were sucked into the moment and the drama that you were watching and feeling. So I'm with you 100%. So I guess we got some bad info. So Stink's going to be with us here very soon. Then he has to leave.
So
we have him now? Good
I
morning.
Hear him. I hear him.
I heard him breathing.
I did too.
Heavy breathing.
You did.
Very Darth Vader.
Well, I've been waiting, and Ty wasn't listening to me because Ty didn't think I was coming in until the last hour.
Well, Mike told everyone that you weren't coming in to 9 o'clock.
Well, that's the information I got.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
I'm not going to throw the
Yeah,
person
leaving at
take,
9 o'clock.
You're going to take that?
I'll
Mike?
take yours, yeah, because it was me.
I was going to be like, I was going to tap the chest myself. But
no, you weren't, Mike. You were not. Now you're lying.
I wasn't going to say a word.
You said that wasn't you. You weren't tapping the chest. You just said it.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to rat out who it was.
I didn't say you said that, but you said that it wasn't you.
Put it on the board.
And then now you're saying you were going to pat the chest.
Is that going to go on Mike Evans' big board?
You weren't ever going to pat the chest.
Man. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, I'll admit it. I'll admit it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my mistake. Somebody didn't hear it, but I don't want to mention
I will say this. I will share this, though. When I mentioned at the time,
Uh-huh.
from the erroneous information I received, I said that, hey, Stokes, Stink's not going to be able to join us till 9 o'clock because he's meeting with some Fox executives. And Stoke just kind of grumbled, and then he said, quote, "What is it with this guy?" That's a direct quote.
A lot of executive
What is it
meetings.
with this guy?
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing, Mark. Like, you can say whatever you want. You can make up, hey, got a big executive meeting today. We got a big luncheon with the Fox executives. We have no way of knowing any different. So you can say whatever you want.
That's right.
I'm not going to be there till 9. I can only stay an hour. We got a big meeting.
Yeah.
Big production meeting.
You can't fact check me.
Right.
You
so
can't fact check.
You're golden.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, unlike Mike, my word is like oak. It's like oak. So you've got that going for me.
All right,
by
Kush.
the way, you
All right,
guys. By the way, you guys talking about golf yesterday, dude, that was unbelievable theater,
Wasn't it?
Like just he's got it won. Oh wait, he lost it. Oh wait, he's got it won again. Oh wait, he lost it again. Oh, he's got it won. And the other thing that was amazing to me, Stoke, was like on 18, you pipe a drive, right? You have the gap wedge up. It's pretty much. It's a pretty easy shot. You shank the gap wedge into the sand trap. Then you got the 5-footer that you slide by it that forces you into the playoff with Rose. You pipe the drive again after Rose gets it in the fairway, and you're right in the same spot with the same exact club, and Rose just hit one to 15 feet or 12 feet, and you put that shot in the playoff. It was amazing, man. The whole thing was just must-watch television. Once you got locked in, man, there was no leaving your couch.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't make up, how much Rory was able to overcome and how he had to do it. It was just a great sports moment, and what a Masters it was. And you don't have to be a golf fan to love what happened yesterday and to watch it and enjoy it because it was a great sports moment.
And I know you guys played in high-pressure games. As Stink, you want to remind us over and over again. You played in 3 Super Bowls and won them all. But so you guys know what pressure is. And we see plenty of sports where there's the individual pressure, whether it's, you're out there by yourself trying to make a catch or make a kick or throw a ball. You're at bat. You're the pitcher, whatever. I'm sorry. I just can't imagine any more higher, harder pressure than you're on the 18th hole at Augusta with the whole world watching and a gallery 40 deep up and down the entire hole. Nobody's making a sound. Everybody's watching you. I just can't imagine. Can you, as a professional athlete, imagine what that pressure must feel like? Stink?
Yeah, we were professional athletes, so yeah, I can imagine.
No, you can't.
With that.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
What do you mean?
I asked the question and I set you up just to say you're wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, is there a lot of pressure? Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on Rory, no question about it. A lot of it's self-inflicted pressure, but still a lot of pressure. But yeah, of course you can empathize because you've been there and you've played in championship moments and you had to make plays. But it was amazing. And the thing that resonates with me, one, he falls to his knees after he makes that putt and wins a gut. That had nothing to do with winning $4 million. That was, winning the Masters. That was the career Grand Slam. That was golf immortality. But one of the things that was really cool for me, and I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but I think as a professional athlete, you're fairly selfish in that, you're kind of myopic focus on your career and what you have to do to be ready and to play and to do all those things, right? After he won that and, the emotional outburst, but then you go around thanking, all the people within the crowd that have helped you along the way. And I loved watching him just go from person to person to person, embracing people and just, being grateful. And that to me was one of the real cool things, because I think for me, I didn't really understand or really think about, all that I put my parents through, all that I put my wife through, all that I put my kids through while I was playing. So it was really cool to see that moment after he won the Masters, Stoke.
Yeah, I mean, it was 10, 11 years of pressure on him. I mean, that's how long it's been since he's won a major. And it's a lot. And he's had a lot of bad failures at the Masters. And it looked like he was going to do it again and have more misery at Augusta, and he was able to overcome it.
So we were asking the question throughout the show, what was the best thing you saw all weekend? Stoke went with that as his number one. My number one, you want to talk about drama, you want to talk about theater. Gabe Landeskog making his return to the ice, Mark. And he plays on Friday night for the Colorado Eagles. And the emotion, the energy, the fact that teammates from McKinnon to McCarr to Manson, they all came because of the friendship and the unbelievable respect they have for this guy. They were there to witness it. You had the teammates afterwards doing the water bottle shower after the game. And then he comes right back out the next night, plays again, scores a goal, has a point, and seems to be passing every test to be ready to go for the playoffs. I got to go back and a number of times throughout this season, whenever I asked you, what do you think the odds are that he comes back to play this year, many times you said 0%.
Yeah.
So how you feeling now after what went on over the weekend?
I was ruined.
No, I'm glad. I'm excited for him. I just didn't think there was going to be any chance based upon, the injury and based upon the prognosis from the Avalanche, and some of the setbacks and stuff. But to be able to play, and I was really interested to see him play back-to-back nights to see what kind of response that knee would have after playing. And pleasantly surprised. It looks like we're going to get Gabe back for the playoffs, right? Hasn't really played, in 3 years, since June of 2022?
Right.
It just is amazing. So what an amazing story. You're right, Mike. Really, really cool to watch it. Really cool to see it. Obviously didn't watch it live, but I watched all the stuff on the internet over it, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, obviously great news. And the fact that he was able to play in a back-to-back says how healthy he is. And this was the next step and to get him ready to go for the playoffs. And it looks like he's passed that test. So expecting to see him in the playoffs. I'm not. How much time will he have on the ice? What line will it be? I mean, that's another topic, another discussion for another day, and we'll figure that out when the playoffs happen. But I'd be shocked if he's not out there in the playoffs.
I mean, the real hockey experts out there, and I'm talking about people who played the game at a high level, people who coached it at a pretty high level. You're the ones that can speak as to how he really looked. I mean, he looked good, but when you're trying to formulate your strategy and your lineup for the playoffs, there's no doubt he should play. I think there's no doubt he will play. I guess the question now, just what kind of role are we talking about? Are we talking about him stepping right back into his regular role as left wing on the second line? Or is he third line? Is he fourth line? Is he on the power play? Is he killing penalties? All that kind of stuff is still TBD. But I mean, at this point, to the untrained eye, right? I mean, the guy passed every test necessary to show he's ready for the playoffs. I can't imagine the Avs pulling the pin on this and saying, yeah, sorry, I know that was a great weekend, but we just don't think he's ready. I just can't imagine that. Can you?
No.
I
mean, you don't take this step and play in a pretty much an exhibition practice game for him, back-to-back nights, 2 games in a row, to just say, yeah, we'll see you next year. No. So unless he underperformed, unless he didn't.
That's him saying, hey, guys, listen, I've put the work in. I feel I'm ready to go. Here you go. Here's my audition, if you will. Okay? Now you guys determine, am I ready? Am I playoff ready? There's a difference, Mark, between the two, right?
Sure. But, part of that is you never know until you know. You never know until he's in there. You can speculate, you can think about it, but you got to be willing to kind of evaluate the risk reward, right? Like, how much time can we give him? What line is he going to be on? Where are we going to insert him? But just the overall value, the fact that the guys showed up, the guys, like you said, sprayed him down with the water bottles. Like, just the emotional shot in the arm to the Avs that Gabe would be after missing the last 2 seasons. I think that in and of itself is worth having him on your playoff roster.
All right, just give me one number answer, okay? Put the odds. The odds that he's in the lineup, game 1, round 1, against Dallas. Stoke, percentage?
99.9%.
99.9. Yeah. Stink?
100%.
I think it's 100%. Wow.